Good Friday morning, GCF. This is 1, 2, 3 things for this Friday, and my 1, 2, 3 things this week have to do with 3 upcoming events. So I want to get started straight away with thing number 1, which is Election Day Communion. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, right, to know that this has been a pretty divisive election season here in the United States, and more than the typical election, it's been even really divisive amongst people who are Christians, people who are followers of Jesus. And so this next Tuesday evening, Election Day evening at 7 o'clock, we're going to be gathering with Wilmore United Methodist Church and Wilmore Presbyterian Church just down the street from our 300 building here at the Wilmore Presbyterian Church building. And we're going to share for about 35 or 40 minutes in communion together on Election Day evening. And we're doing that because we feel like it's important at the end of this really divisive period in our history. It's important for us to gather with other Christians to remind ourselves that we serve a king who is greater than whoever will be president by the end of election night next week, and that we are part of a kingdom that is far greater than the United States of America. So we're going to do it to remind ourselves of that, but we're also going to do it as a witness to the world around us that we have, even when we're divided on political issues as Christians and political candidates, we have a unity that is greater than that because of our faith in Jesus Christ and because of the way Jesus works and moves in us as churches and as Christians. So that's election night communion next Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. And we're having it at Wilmore Presbyterian, which is a smaller sanctuary, but we really hope to be able to sort of pack that place out, maybe even just a standing room only that evening, so that we can really have a sense of unity and being focused on Jesus Christ together. So thing number 1 is election night communion next Tuesday. And that brings me to thing number 2, which is our Pulse gathering, which is coming up on Wednesday, November 16th. And so Pulse is going to be a time for us to come together. We're going to worship just a little bit. Then I'm going to share some things that have gone on at GCF this past year and some things we're really excited about for the year ahead. And really, Pulse is just a time for us to celebrate the work that God has done in our faith family, and to even go ahead and celebrate the work that He's going to do in our faith family in the year to come. So that'll be Wednesday evening, November 16th. After that, there'll be a time for coffee and cookies. Our elders will be available if you want to meet them. If you don't feel like you don't know them very well, you can meet them. You can ask them any questions you have. We want to encourage you to get that down on your calendars for Wednesday, November 16th for our Pulse congregational gathering. And thing number 3 this week is our Thanksgiving Sunday celebration. That'll be on Sunday. I believe the date is November 20th. Here's what's important for you to know, guys. We are going to have only one worship service on Sunday, November 20th, one worship service at 10 a.m. here at the 300 North Lexington building. And then following that joint worship service, we'll be making our way back up to our 225 South Walnut property, where we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving lunch together. And I'm excited about that because we're going to do something we haven't done in a while, and we're going to celebrate communion together at the 225 building before we eat lunch that day, and kind of start our Thanksgiving lunch with being incredibly thankful for the gift of Jesus Christ, who's brought us together as a faith family. So, thing number 1 is election night communion next Tuesday night at 7. Thing number 2 is the Pulse gathering on Wednesday evening, November 16th. And thing number 3 is Thanksgiving Sunday worship and dinner on November 20th. That's all I've got for this week. I'll see you Sunday as we continue in the First in 10 series. Hope you have a good weekend. Talk to you guys later.